Hey YouTube, so welcome to episode 38 of my investment journey series. The series I do here on my YouTube channel where I go through my Trading 212 portfolio and take a look at how things are. So this past week has been absolutely insane with all the madness that's been going on in the stock market, the whole short squeeze situation, everything around GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Nokia, etc. The whole Wall Street bets on Reddit, everybody going against these hedge funds, and it's just been absolutely insane to watch. I've been seeing a few videos on YouTube, I've been watching a few live streams of people kind of sharing their experiences with the situation over in America and all the other markets that have been affected. And yeah, it's just been, like I say, insane to watch this on the sidelines, and the knock-on effect it's had to all of the markets is extremely clear. I mean, you can see at the top there a lot of red. A lot of my investments have definitely taken a knock, and I know a lot of people who I watch regularly have also noticed the same thing. So yeah, the knock-on effect from this whole short squeeze that's been going on this past week has, it's definitely affected a lot of the markets, a lot of the indexes, and it's all over the news. You can see it everywhere. I'm sick fed up of seeing the whole buy this, buy that, hold this, don't sell this, hold this. It's just madness, to be honest, and it's quite worrying when you think on the effect it could have with some people who are not doing their research, who are listening to these people on Reddit, on other social media platforms, and just taking their advice and thinking, if I buy into GameStop, I'm going to be rich, I won't lose any money. If I try shorting them or shorting another company, I'll be sorted, I won't have to worry about anything in the future, etc. Again, guys, it's extremely important to always do your own research. Don't fall into the hype. Don't blindly go and throw your money at something just because people online are doing it. Be careful, be cautious, and make sure you know what you're doing. So with that being said, we can see my portfolio is now at £14,508.23 in value. So this time last week, we were showing a positive return of £1,825.53. So that was 14.39% return in the green, and we went from 14.39% to 9.53%. So that's nearly a 5% drop in the space of a week. My ISA utilisation is now 57%, so you can see there what I've deposited, and the 2020 limit's obviously £20,000. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit that by the 6th of April 2021, which is the deadline. I'm going to try my best, but it's quite a big ask at the moment, so we'll just have to see how that plays out. Jumping over to the history section in my Trading 212, we can see there's not been any dividends received since my last update. So the last one still there was my National Grid with 85 pence. So my total dividends since I started investing are still £142.39. I've received a lot of free shares recently, and I'm absolutely chuffed about that. So again, big thank you to everybody who uses my referral links. I really appreciate it, and I hope you got a decent share as well. My most recent free share was AMD, and that was worth £65.70 when I received it. I've never had a free share worth that much. The closest I came was just a week previous when I received a free share in Unilever, and I think that was around the £40 mark. So coming back to my Trading 212 investments here, I'll keep this a little bit shorter this week. I know last week's video was pretty long, and thank you to whoever stuck through to the end. I applaud you for that. This week, like I say, we'll just jump in and out and we'll get through these. So the FTSE Emerging Markets, one of the investments I'm extremely bullish on right just now. I've got a lot of faith in the emerging markets. I think they're getting a grip on the pandemic a lot better than other places in the world, like the US and the UK especially. We can see this has fallen by 3.91% from last week, but from last month it's actually up by 3.64%. This is now worth £252.79 returned to me, so 16.74% up. It's one that's a long-term hold, it's one that I'm going to keep investing into, and yeah, it's one of my favourite ETF investments at the moment. Moving on, we've got the VanEck Vectors ETF. I'm a big fan of gaming and esports, and I think this industry has got a long way to go. A lot of news coming about it recently. Gary Vee has recently been speaking about it, and he's usually very good at predicting things that are to come. And yeah, like I say, I think the momentum's just going to build and build. So one that I'm keen to invest more into. I want to increase this. From last week, it's down by 3.82%. From last month, it's up by 6.06%. 3 months, 18.72% up. And yeah, I think it's got a long way to go, like I say. I'm now showing a positive return of £17.53, so 4.54% up with this one. But like I say, it's one that I want to increase and continue to increase from this point on. Unilever, one of my recent free shares. I was absolutely chuffed to receive this. It's a decent company from everything I've heard and from everything I've read into, and I know a lot of people that hold this one, and I think I'm going to continue to hold it, to be honest, and I might actually buy into it myself a little bit more. 3.17% down from last week. Last month it's 5.08% down, so this could potentially be a really good buying opportunity, but like I say, I'm going to do more research and see what I think. Under Armour, another free share that I recently received. I'm probably going to sell this one when it gets into a little bit more profit, to be honest with you. I've got no interest in holding them long term. Tilray is next up. Again, I still don't know too much about this company, but weekly view 0.83% up, monthly view 120.8% up. That's absolutely insane. I received this free share at this point here, and it's only increased from there on. So if only I knew at that point how decent the potential here was, and I would have maybe invested more money. But of course, that wasn't the case. Moving on to my Starbucks investment, weekly view 6.82% down from last week, monthly view 8.39% down from last month, showing a 98 pence positive return. Not very good, to be honest with you, 0.42% up. But again, it's a company I believe long term will definitely improve. I think the only way for them is up, to be honest with you. And 5, 10, 15 years later, I'm happy to keep this one here in the portfolio. My Shell investments, next one to look at here. Weekly view 5.86% down from last week. It's taken a massive hit. Monthly view 0.39% down from last month. So I now own 143 shares in Shell, and that's Shell with the ticker symbol RDSB. Return is £138.53, so 8.22% in the green with this investment with my 143 shares. My 2 free shares in Progress Software, 2 free shares I've recently received, I might add. Weekly view 4.22% down from last week, monthly view 10.51% down from last month. I still don't know a whole lot about this company. I know they're involved a lot in application development, but that's really as far as it goes. So if you know more about this company, let me know in the comment section. Maybe some of you out there hold this company in your portfolio. If so, like I say, drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. My 11 free shares with National Grid, weekly view 2.72% down, monthly view 3.62% down. Still seems to be Trading 212's favourite free share to give out to people with National Grid, and I know a lot of people who have received this one as a free share. I've literally just finished a McDonald's for my tea tonight, so yeah, let's take a look at this. Weekly view 2.56% down from last week, monthly view 2.32% down from last month. £290.72 this is worth, so a negative return of £29.20. Still going to be a long-term hold for me. Still think they're a good company to invest into personally for at least 5, 10, 15 years, so for that reason it is staying put. Legal & General Group, next up, 273.5 shares, weekly view 7.95% down, showing a return of £120.44, so 22.02% in the green with this investment. The Nasdaq 100 ETF, 3% down from last week, 0.56% down from last month. My 2 shares are now worth £1,069.71, so a positive return of £141.55, so 15.25% up overall with this investment. The iShares Global Clean Energy ETF, INRG is a ticker symbol, 7.2% down from last week, but 7.08% up from last month. I now have basically 90 shares, 91 shares nearly, worth £1,143, so a positive return of £141.49 with this investment. The S&P 500, still my biggest holding, weekly view 3% down exactly from last week, monthly view 1.56% down from last month, 115 shares, worth £3,131. Positive return of £278.86. So the return on this investment is so far sitting at 9.78%. FTSE 100 ETF, weekly view 4.2% down from last week. That's not good at all. Monthly view 3.07% down from last month. 380 shares showing a return of £229.10. So 10.58% up with this investment. And yeah, the ticker symbol for this one, guys, is ISF. Had a few comments asking, so ISF is what you want to look for. General Electric, these are all free shares I've received, so I've now got 9 shares in General Electric. Weekly view 3.78% down, monthly view 1.23% up from last month. 9 shares are worth £70.01, so currently down by £1.68. So return on investment is currently 2.34% down. General Electric is a good company to receive as a free share in my opinion, and I think I might just hold out till it's back in profit a little bit, and then I'll look to sell and reinvest that money elsewhere. Ford Motor Company, these are free shares I've recently received also, and this is new ones to the portfolio. I've not seen many of these being given out as free shares, so let me know if you've had any of these in the comment section. Weekly view 8.5% down from last week, monthly view 19.48% up from last month, so 2 shares are now worth £15.33. My 1 share in Elf Beauty, a company I know oh so much about, and yes, I am being totally sarcastic, I know nothing about e.l.f. Beauty. Weekly view 4.45% down from last week, monthly view 6.46% down from last month. My one share is worth £15.84. So if you guys have any thoughts or opinions on e.l.f. Beauty as a stock, let me know, but I'm pretty certain this will be one that is getting sold very soon. My 7 free shares in EasyJet. Weekly view 6.38% down, monthly view 15.97% down. My 7 shares are worth £51. I've received some of these in the past and I have sold them, but I think it's maybe worth holding out and keeping these ones now and maybe adding to them. But again, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. If you guys have any thoughts or opinions on EasyJet, please let me know in the comments and I will get back to you. So my best performing stock this past week has been Cineworld, 18.15% up from last week, and the monthly view 21.86% up from last month. So my 200 shares are now worth £156.30. So we have a total return on investment of 106.47%. I received 2 free shares in BAE Systems, BAE Systems as I'll call them, and I don't know a whole lot about this company. Yes, I know they're in defence, aerospace and security, like mentioned here in the company details. Weekly view 3.59% down from last week. Argo Blockchain, ticker symbol ARB, 21.94% up from last week. 189.83% up from last month. 280 shares worth £239.79. Currently showing a negative return of 16.54%, so we're down £47.51. But I'm bullish on this one. I think long term it's a great investment if you want to get involved in crypto without directly investing into a specific crypto such as Bitcoin, etc. So yeah, it's going to be a hold. And last but not least here guys, AMD, it's a free share I recently received. It's my best free share to date. One share, £62.37 it's worth, so that was amazing to receive this. I'm thinking on increasing the position in this one, but I just don't know by how much yet. I think it has had a recent dip as of late, so maybe a good time to go in, maybe in our buying opportunity. So there we go guys, 25 investments. A lot of them are now free shares that I've recently received. I don't like holding this many investments. I'm definitely going to decrease that down to about 10 to 15 again. Of course, my ETFs are going to be the bulk of my portfolio as always. But S&P is still at the top, FTSE 100's next, Shell, FTSE Emerging Markets, and then iShares Global Clean Energy. My plans are to increase the ESPO ETF, that's the VanEck Vectors. I want to get that up until roughly the 10% mark in my portfolio, so that is going to be the next focus. And as always guys, if you want to get a free share with Trading 212 up to the value of £100, hopefully you get something like AMD like I just got, because that was amazing. Use this link, it's in the description of this video, it's also the top pinned comment in the comment section. Click the link, create yourself a Trading 212 account, deposit minimum of £1 and you will receive a free share worth up to the value of £100. I will also receive a free share, so I hope it's something decent for both of us. Let me know in the comment section if you end up doing this and let me know what you got. So that's all for this week guys, thanks again for watching. Please drop a like, please leave some comments, share this with a friend if you think they might be interested, but again you don't have to, this is just me documenting my journey. I hope it proves to be helpful for some people out there, and of course if you've got any questions or thoughts, leave them in the comment section below and I will be sure to get back to you. Thanks again and see you in the next video.